Today I'm pottering around. There's so many things that need to be done. Hello. We made it 6 weeks post-surgery and I'm hobbling around. I'm feeling pretty good. Been able to put a load of laundry on and pick up some things off the floor and get dressed. Standing on one leg, on my right leg, that is the ankle, where the ankle was broken. Being very careful, being very self-aware. I just weighed myself, so that was scary because I was convinced that I had put on so much weight, but in fact I had last weighed myself in January and I've actually lost 6 kilograms. I don't know what that is in pounds, but that's good. That makes me feel like, okay, I'm starting at a good point. Yeah, so today I'm pottering around. There's so many things that need to be done. It's back to school on Monday and I'm heading into the office on Tuesday. So I want to get this place as tidy and as sorted as I can, because I've not been able to do a single thing for over 7 weeks. So that was the last time the house was at a state where I felt like it was bearable. That's not true. My best friend one of my best friends has been coming in and cleaning for me. So I've been paying her to clean for 2 or 3 hours every fortnight. And she's going to come in this Tuesday, I think it is. And I want to have it clean and tidy for her so that she can do, like, you know, the little bits that I just can't get to. So I want to have that as good as possible, because she's amazing. And yeah, I don't know how much longer she'll be able to clean for me, because I just happen to be able to slot in on one of her regulars who was away. So this might be the last week that I get a cleaner, but I should be okay to do it myself thereafter. So yeah, she was doing washing, she was sorting stuff out. There was a cobweb in the corner of my bedroom that was driving me nuts, and I was just like, please, can you get that cobweb? Like, I don't care if you do nothing else for the next 3 hours, just get that cobweb. Yeah, so, you know, obviously don't pay her enough, but I pay her rate, supposedly. That's what she tells me. I hope so, because she's worth so much more. And aside from that, she just is good. She's so good. Anyway, so don't mind me, it's actually gotten cold, so I've put my dressing gown on because that's how I roll. But now I am still, so let me put this on here. Okay, so looking over here, I always put up the current months up here, 3 beside each other, and I took down that one to put July up because I had May, June, July, but I never actually hung it up because obviously I couldn't reach it with only being able to stand on one leg. So I got May and June still up, so I need to take those down and clean them up. I'll put July there, and then August, September. Can you believe it, how quickly time goes? Also, yes, I can see they're crooked. I'll try and fix that. So I love seeing 3 months at a glance, at a minimum, because like people with ADHD, I do suffer from time blindness, like my concept of time. And it feels like the older I get, the worse it gets, because time just seems to fly. Like, my kids are getting so old, like my baby's almost 8. So this just helps me keep time in check, I guess. Lets me see very clearly where we're at in terms of the weeks and the months. So I find these calendars invaluable. I always need at least 3 months in advance, even if it's just the dates, just to get an idea of how far away something is, because I legitimately forget and just lose track so easily. But yeah, this definitely helps. I also like the kinesthetic part of writing it out myself and doing the numbers and things like that. I like the analog side of it. So obviously I have digital calendars and things like that, but I like this kind of arty, creative side that goes with it. And yeah, it just helps me be aware of how quick time is going, but also how far away things are. Let me know, do you relate in any way to how fast time is going? Like, I feel like we just blinked and we're already in 2024. Like, how is 20 years ago still the 2000s? Okay, here we are the next day, and I've decided to come in and tidy up this chaos. It has just been a dumping ground, obviously, like much of the house. I also decided to do a little skincare because being able to stand up and do that has been a bit of a novelty since I broke my ankles. So just putting on a skin scrub, like a coffee scrub, and this feels so good. It's probably a bit rough, but it just felt like my skin needed a good exfoliation. And so one thing I discovered when we moved house is how much skincare and just general products that I had lying around. So one of the ways that I am decluttering these kinds of things is just using them up and not buying much more. So I've got a little bit of Sukin, um, I don't know, what's that called? Toner mist. And then I found some Sukin moisturizer as well. I decided I was going to dye my brows. I've been doing this a little bit more. I always look like that Marks dude. It feels so good when it's done though. Okay, so brows are looking okay. I've done some microblading and put on some moisturizer, let it really soak in. I'm going to do a hair treatment a little bit later, but I have sent the kids a whole list of things because they'll all wake up at various times. So I've sent them with their jobs that they need to do for back to school tomorrow. Their goal is to be done by midday. If they're done by midday, we might go somewhere and do lunch or something like that, but they have until 3 to have it all done. If they're done by midday, then we'll do something, but they need to be done by 3. If they're not done by 3, the Wi-Fi password gets changed and the data disappears from phones, because it's time to take responsibility for what needs doing around here. So I have a lot to do to get all of the laundry done, tidy this disaster zone that has become a dumping ground, clean the kitchen, it's disgusting. And because like I've just been relying on everyone else to put things away, I've got to sort of tidy things up and make sure everything is in the right spot. I think I have to return some containers to some colleagues on Tuesday when I go to work, and I need to get all of the laundry done. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the current state of the kitchen, and it has not had a proper clean for several days. I'm not going to lie, the kids have just been snacking and creating all sorts of adventures. There are things on the floor for random reasons, and my family all claim to not know where anything goes, which is probably fair because I haven't been able to put anything where it belongs for several weeks, obviously. So they've just kind of been winging it, and that's not their fault. So here's limpy long stockings here, definitely in a little bit of pain, but just, you know, gonna do my very best and get it done. So what I will talk about a little bit later is the 4 things that I try to achieve in any given day, and that is to focus on just one thing in each of the 4 categories of home, heart, body, and soul. So obviously getting the kitchen tidy and doing those sorts of things is the home category. And I'll talk a little bit more about what I achieve on this particular day a little bit later. But I'm just pottering around at this point, and I just found myself, because everything is just out of control at the minute, I'm just kind of going from one task to another, and then my leg gets sore, and so I have to sit down for a bit, and then I'm up again, and anyway, just lots of little things that haven't been done for several weeks that I didn't realize that I really did. But I have all these little habits and routines, like cleaning out the toaster and making sure the crumbs are less and wiping down the top, that I just forgot. Because I've apparently forgotten how to vlog. I forgot to show you. I got most of the kitchen done. Also went to the shops, and that was a whopping almost $400 worth of groceries. But to be fair, I haven't properly shopped for well over 7 weeks, so it's just been like full survival mode. So let's have a little recap, because my goal on every given day is to do something for the home, something for the heart, something for the body, and something for the soul. So for the home, I have managed to get through the kitchen for the most part. I think there's maybe 1 load of dishes left to do. I have some food, I've done some grocery shopping. The kids have mostly tidied their bedrooms. Near enough is good enough. And I've gotten some linen washed. So I washed the couch covers. And my husband cleaned up the carpet a little bit. So I've got a couple of laundry loads done. Been a very productive day, and it is just on 1:30, so that's good. I'm in agony though, because like I said, I haven't grocery shopped in weeks, and while my husband came with me, it was a bit of a pain getting around the shop. Like, I was in a lot of pain, but I've been sat down since we got home. Actually, I might put some ice, elevate and ice my leg. What else? So that's home, heart. So it's probably been more of a rambling mum day, but I might try and, in fact I will do something with the kids soon. Might challenge Jonah to a game of Uno, and Rosie, see how she feels. She's been helping heaps today. So that's hard. Body is obviously, I'm going to elevate and ice my leg right now, and also I did my brows. And I've done some skin treatment. I'm going to wash my hair later, and that's about it. And Sol is doing this vlog and editing, reading your messages on the last vlog. That has been very humbling, and I'm, you know, got a few Instagram DMs as well, which has meant a lot. But yeah, been good for the soul. So I'm going to chill out a little bit more now. I've got some pork belly bites in the oven for something to eat. Shopping on an empty stomach wasn't a good idea. I'm going to prepare some snacks a little bit later and maybe do a little bit of baking. I'm thinking I might make some egg bites or something for the kids for lunches, so we'll see. Elevate and rest first though. A nice elevate, ice, rest. Okay, what are you doing for yourself right now? Have you had a drink of water today, or maybe a cup of tea or something icy cold? But do something to hydrate yourself and have a rest, and thank you for being here. I'll check in a bit. So awkward. Where does this even come from? Okay, so this fridge is absolutely putrid. It needed cleaning before we moved house, and then I was so busy unpacking and getting everything sorted that it just was like an afterthought. And then obviously I broke my ankle, and so it's just gotten more and more disgusting as the time has gone on. So in the little space that I have, I've emptied it out and given it a good clean. I ended up turning the camera off at some point here because I was sort of doing it in intervals. Like, I would clean one thing and I'd have to sit down for a bit because my leg was really throbbing at this point. But I also needed to do it kind of quickly, because obviously I'm using hot soapy water, and it was getting warm, and I had all the fridge stuff out on the bench. And anyway, it is done, and it is 1,000 times better. This fridge can get so disgusting so quickly, but it's done. That little egg tray thing I got from Temu, I highly recommend it. It's great, but I still need to do these little shelving things here, but otherwise it's good. It is 4:45 and I 100% overdid it today. Didn't I, Pegs? Mummy should have been resting. So I ended up going to bed super early last night. I'm just throwing this ball for Peggy. I was so tired, so sore. My leg was so swollen. So yeah, early to bed. Then got up and did the mad school dash this morning. We had, well, I thought I had an appointment at 8:30, but I wasn't going to make it on time, so I had to cancel that. But I went and got my nails done, so that was something. And I had to wait a couple of hours just, you know, because I'm relying on other people to drive me around, and my husband had to finish work. And anyway, got home just now. It is, what, 1:20, and I'm thinking about making something to eat and maybe having a little rest before the kids get home at 3. The kitchen is still a mess. It's like you get to a certain point and then it isn't quite done, but my leg is really swollen right now, so I'm trying to rest it a little bit. And once I start to get a bit of an ankle back instead of a cankle, I'll get up and tidy up a little bit. But in the meantime, fine. Okay, that's it for this week. Please pop over to the community tab and check out the poll that I have there, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments down below. Have a great day. Cheers.